Warning: these fruits can trigger a stroke. Overnight. You might be eating healthy, walking daily, and still be at risk for a stroke. All because of one seemingly harmless mistake at the dinner table. Each year in the United States, over 795,000 people suffer a stroke. Shockingly, 60% of them are over the age of 65. And here's the scary part. Many strokes happen just hours after eating a fruit that's incredibly common. Sounds unbelievable? Think again. There are certain fruits that seem heart-healthy and great for digestion, but if eaten the wrong way, they can spike your blood pressure unexpectedly, disrupt your electrolyte balance, affecting heart rhythm and blood circulation, even trigger platelet clumping, increasing your risk of a brain blood clot. In this video, you'll discover the name of a popular fruit consumed daily that could be harmful if eaten the wrong way, the dangerous eating habits many older adults don't even realize they're making, and most importantly, the right way to eat for better circulation, stroke prevention, and sharper memory. If you're looking for trustworthy health advice for seniors, this channel is your new best friend. Hit subscribe so you never miss a life-saving tip backed by science. Stay with us until the end, because this information might just change the way you eat every single day, and more importantly, it could help you stay strong, sharp, and stroke-free well into your 90s and beyond. Bananas, a friend or foe to your blood vessels. You've probably heard it before. Bananas are heart-healthy, rich in potassium, and help lower blood pressure. And that's true for young, healthy adults. But for older adults, especially those with heart issues, kidney problems, or who are taking blood pressure medications, bananas can turn from a helpful fruit into a hidden danger. 1. Too much potassium. A real risk. A medium-sized banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium. That's great for younger people. But in seniors, the kidneys often don't function as efficiently. They struggle to filter out excess potassium, which can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. What happens then? Irregular heartbeat, dizziness, muscle weakness. In extreme cases, stroke or cardiac arrest. 2. Bananas plus blood pressure meds equal double trouble. Many common blood pressure medications, such as ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, like spironolactone, cause your body to retain more potassium. So if you're eating 1 to 2 bananas daily and taking these meds, you could be unknowingly increasing your risk of heart arrhythmia or sudden cardiac arrest. 3. Bananas at night, a nightmare for blood sugar. Ripe bananas are high in natural sugar. Eating them at night, when your body is less active, can lead to a spike in blood sugar, disrupted sleep, and for those over 65 with insulin resistance, a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. If you've always believed eating a banana a day is healthy, it's time to reevaluate based on your age, kidney health, blood sugar levels, and current medications. For seniors, every fruit should be chosen like a prescription drug, carefully, intentionally, and with full understanding of how it affects your unique body. Stay tuned, because the next fruits on this list might surprise you even more. Grapes. Sweet and juicy, but silently harmful to your heart and brain. Grapes, those tiny, glossy, delicious fruits, are often thought of as a healthy snack. But for older adults, eating grapes the wrong way may quietly contribute to stroke and cognitive decline. 1. Sky-high sugar content. A small bunch of grapes can contain 20 to 25 grams of sugar, nearly 6 teaspoons. For seniors with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, this can cause a rapid blood sugar spike, damaging small blood vessels in the brain and eyes. 2. A threat to memory and brain function. Multiple studies have shown that high blood sugar levels constrict brain capillaries, reduce blood flow to the brain, and accelerate cognitive decline. If you eat grapes daily, the neurons in your brain may start to suffer, leading to brain fog, poor focus, memory lapses. 3. Eating grapes at night, a big red flag. Grapes are rich in fructose, a natural sugar. Eating them at night, especially without physical activity, may lead to sleep disturbances, weight gain, visceral fat buildup, fat around organs, which is a major risk factor for stroke and high blood pressure in seniors. Smart tips for seniors who love grapes. Eat grapes during the day, preferably after physical activity. Limit portions to 10 to 12 small grapes per serving. Choose black or red grapes with seeds, as they contain more antioxidants than seedless green varieties. Remember, not everything sweet is harmless. Don't let a small bunch of grapes slowly steal your mental clarity and vascular health. Because in your golden years, every food choice matters, especially when it comes to your heart, brain, and longevity. Watermelon, refreshing but risky for seniors with heart failure or high blood pressure. There's nothing more refreshing than a slice of cold watermelon on a hot summer day. But for adults over 65, this seemingly cool and healthy fruit may come with hidden dangers, especially if eaten the wrong way. 1. Too much water. Dangerous for heart failure patients. Watermelon is about 92% water. For seniors, especially those with congestive heart failure, eating too much can overload the body with fluids, causing swelling, edema, shortness of breath, and in serious cases, acute heart failure too. Can raise potassium to dangerous levels in kidney issues. Watermelon contains potassium, which is normally beneficial, but for older adults with mild kidney dysfunction, which is very common after 65, excess potassium may not be filtered properly, leading to irregular heartbeat, muscle weakness or numbness, risk of cardiac arrest in severe cases. 3. More natural sugar than you think. A medium slice of watermelon can have 11 to 12 grams of sugar. That's a concern for those with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Eating it late in the day can disrupt blood sugar balance, interfere with sleep, and increase long-term risk of insulin resistance. Safe watermelon habits for seniors. Limit to 1-2 thin slices per serving. Eat in the morning or early afternoon, not at night. If you have heart disease, kidney issues, or high blood pressure, talk to your doctor before making watermelon a regular part of your diet. Watermelon may feel light and harmless, but for seniors, especially those managing chronic conditions, too much of a good thing can quickly become dangerous. Choose wisely, eat mindfully, and always listen to your body. Pineapple, a natural medicine that can be dangerous if eaten the wrong way. Pineapple, also known as ananas, has long been praised as a golden fruit for digestion. Thanks to bromelain, a natural enzyme, it helps reduce inflammation, decrease swelling, and improve protein absorption. Many seniors eat pineapple to ease joint pain or support digestion after protein-rich meals, and that's perfectly fine if done correctly. 1. It's all about timing and portion control. Eating pineapple that's too sour, underripe, or on an empty stomach can irritate the stomach lining, leading to burning sensation, acid reflux, dull stomach aches. For seniors with sensitive digestion, this can cause poor sleep, loss of appetite, or digestive discomfort throughout the day. 2. Hidden risk: blood thinning effects. Bromelain has a mild blood thinning effect. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, aspirin, or clopidogrel, too much pineapple can increase your risk of internal bleeding, cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, dangerous falls. Nighttime warning: eating pineapple late in the evening, especially after a day of medications and physical activity, can trigger a double effect: disrupted heart rhythm during sleep, silent mini-strokes with no obvious symptoms, waking up feeling off balance, foggy, or dizzy. Pineapple safety tips for seniors. 65 plus. Only eat fully ripe, golden yellow pineapple. Always remove the tough core and soak in lightly salted water before eating. Avoid eating on an empty stomach. Never eat pineapple after 7 p.m. If you're on heart or blood thinning medication, consult your doctor before making pineapple a regular part of your diet. Remember, not all fruits are automatically safe. As we age, how we eat becomes just as important as what we eat. With the right approach, pineapple can be a health booster, but without care, it can quietly create more harm than good. Lychee, sweet delight, or a blood sugar nightmare for seniors. Lychee, with its juicy, fragrant sweetness and refreshing bite, is a beloved summer treat for many. But behind its irresistible taste lies a hidden danger, especially for those over 65. 1. Sky-high glycemic index equals blood sugar spike. Lychee has a very high glycemic index, GI, meaning just a few pieces can send your blood sugar soaring. For seniors who are pre-diabetic or living with type 2 diabetes, overeating lychee can cause sudden blood sugar surges, dizziness and confusion, fatigue or disorientation. In severe cases, hypoglycemic coma. 2. Hypoglycin. A natural compound with risky effects. Lychee contains hypoglycin. A natural toxin that interferes with the liver's ability to produce glucose. Especially dangerous when eaten on an empty stomach. Consumed in large quantities in a short time. For seniors with weaker liver function, this can lead to sudden blood sugar crashes, making you wake up in the middle of the night, tremble, sweat, and feel faint. Experience a dangerous drop in balance or consciousness. 3. Portion size is the silent threat. Lychee is naturally sweet, which tricks many into thinking it's harmless. But just one small cup of lychee can contain 30 to 35 grams of sugar, almost the same as a can of soda. Smart lychee habits for seniors. Never eat lychee on an empty stomach, especially at night. Limit intake to 3 to 5 pieces at a time. Pair with protein-rich foods like nuts or yogurt to balance blood sugar. Monitor your body's reaction, especially if you take insulin or blood sugar medications. Remember, sweet doesn't mean safe. After 65, every food choice becomes a health investment. It either pays off with long-term wellness or cost you in ways you may not recover from. So, enjoy lychee wisely, with knowledge, care, and moderation. Lychee, sweet delight or a blood sugar nightmare for seniors. Lychee, with its juicy, fragrant sweetness and refreshing bite, is a beloved summer treat for many. But behind its irresistible taste lies a hidden danger, especially for those over 65. 1. Sky-high glycemic index, as blood sugar spike. Lychee has a very high glycemic index, GI, meaning just a few pieces can send your blood sugar soaring. For seniors who are pre-diabetic or living with type 2 diabetes, overeating lychee can cause sudden blood sugar surges, dizziness and confusion, fatigue or disorientation. In severe cases, hypoglycemic coma. 2. Hypoglycin. A natural compound with risky effects. Lychee contains hypoglycin A, a natural toxin that interferes with the liver's ability to produce glucose, especially dangerous when eaten on an empty stomach, consumed in large quantities in a short time. For seniors with weaker liver function, this can lead to sudden blood sugar crashes, making you wake up in the middle of the night, tremble, sweat, and feel faint. Experience a dangerous drop in balance or consciousness. 3. Portion size is the silent threat. Lychee is naturally sweet, which tricks many into thinking it's harmless. But just one small cup of lychee can contain 30 to 35 grams of sugar, almost the same as a can of soda. Smart lychee habits for seniors. Never eat lychee on an empty stomach, especially at night. Limit intake to 3 to 5 pieces at a time. Pair with protein-rich foods like nuts or yogurt to balance blood sugar. Monitor your body's reaction, especially if you take insulin or blood sugar medications. Remember, sweet doesn't mean safe. After 65, every food choice becomes a health investment. It either pays off with long-term wellness or costs you in ways you may not recover from. So, enjoy lychee wisely, with knowledge, care, and moderation. Mandarins, a seemingly harmless fruit that may secretly harm your brain and heart if misused. Mandarins, the symbol of winter, luck, and vitality. Loved by many seniors for their mild sweetness, easy-to-peel skin, vitamin C content, and digestive benefits. But just like any food, eaten right, it's medicine. Eaten wrong, it can be harmful. 1. Fructose overload, a hidden burden on aging organs. Ripe mandarins are naturally high in fructose. In seniors with weakened liver, kidney, or pancreas function, processing this natural sugar becomes increasingly difficult. The result? Blood sugar spikes. Fluctuating blood pressure, added stress on the heart. A study by the Harvard Institute for Aging found seniors who consume more than 4 mandarins a day over extended periods face an 18% higher risk of metabolic issues such as insulin resistance, elevated blood fats, and cognitive decline. 2. Brain fog and digestive irritation. Excess fructose can impair neural signaling, affecting memory and concentration. And while mandarin peel contains limonene, a compound with certain benefits, improper use like brewing into teas or drying incorrectly, may lead to digestive discomfort, insomnia, mild toxicity in sensitive individuals, common mistake. Many believe mandarins are the perfect post-meal dessert to cool the body and aid digestion. In reality, eating them immediately after a meal can cause bloating, fermentation in the stomach, poor nutrient absorption. American geriatric experts recommend eat mandarins 1 to 2 hours before or after main meals. Limit to 2 to 3 fruits per day for those over 65. Avoid eating mandarins at night. The natural sugar and acidity may cause sleep disruption and increase cardiovascular stress. Doctors at Cleveland Clinic have warned, mandarins are a sweet double-edged sword, beneficial when timed right, but a silent risk when overconsumed by older adults. Takeaway: even the most innocent fruit can become a silent health threat. Not because it's bad, but because we stopped paying attention. Mango, the deceptive sweetness, hiding dangerous risks for seniors. Mango, a tropical favorite, loved for its juicy sweetness and often found in desserts, smoothies, or fruit salads. But for those over 65, especially seniors managing blood sugar, heart, or kidney issues, eating mango the wrong way can silently worsen your health. Where's the problem? Mangoes are packed with fructose and glucose, which can cause rapid blood sugar spikes, especially when eaten on an empty stomach or in large portions. A single medium-sized mango can contain 45 to 50 grams of sugar, nearly the daily maximum recommended for older adults at risk of diabetes. And worse, many people pair mangoes with salt, sugar, or sweet sauces, doubling the impact on blood sugar and cardiovascular strain. Hidden dangers: sudden strokes due to post-meal glucose surges, particularly dangerous for those on blood sugar-lowering medications. Chronic inflammation as the body struggles to manage consistently high sugar levels. Elevated risk of heart disease, damaged blood vessels, and neurodegeneration over time. Smart and safe. Mango tips for seniors. Stick to 1/2 a mango per serving and only eat it after a balanced meal, never alone or on an empty stomach. Avoid adding extra sugar or dipping in salty, sweet sauces. Pair with high-fiber foods like chia seeds or oats to slow down sugar absorption. Most importantly, monitor your blood sugar regularly, especially after eating high glycemic fruits like mangoes. Mango may taste like sunshine, but for seniors, it needs to be handled with care. Enjoy the flavor, but don't ignore the sugar. In your golden years, every bite is a choice between healing and harm. Expert warning: how seniors should eat fruit. After 65 to protect the brain, heart, and circulatory system. Many older adults believe fruit is always healthy, and that the more you eat, the better. But from a medical standpoint, that's a dangerous myth. Fruit contains natural sugar, fructose, and if not consumed properly, it can increase the risk of stroke, high blood fats, or even cognitive fog from unstable blood sugar. So, what's the right way to eat fruit after 65? 1. Eat fruit at the right time of day. Ideal times: mid-morning, around 9 to 10 a.m., or mid-afternoon, 2-3 p.m., when the body has digested the previous meal and still has time to burn off energy. Strictly avoid eating fruit after 7 p.m., especially high-sugar fruits like mango, grapes, or durian. At night, metabolism slows down, increasing the chance of visceral fat buildup and elevated nighttime blood sugar. Never eat fruit on an empty stomach. It can cause a sharp spike in blood sugar, especially dangerous for those with diabetes or low blood pressure. 2. Control portions. Don't overeat. Just because it's natural. Follow the fist rule. One fruit serving should be about the size of your fist, roughly 80 to 100. For sugary or watery fruits like watermelon, mango, or grapes, stick to half a serving. Avoid fruit juices, even homemade. Juicing strips out fiber and concentrates sugar. Instead, eat whole fruits and chew thoroughly to slow sugar absorption. Pair fruit with healthy fats or protein. For example, eat a banana with a spoonful of peanut butter or an apple with a few walnuts. This helps slow digestion and keeps you full longer. 3. Choose fruit based on your health conditions. For diabetics or pre-diabetics, choose low-sugar, high-fiber fruits like avocado, apples, strawberries, or blueberries. For those with high blood pressure, favor potassium-rich fruits like bananas, oranges, and kiwis, but avoid large amounts in one sitting to prevent electrolyte imbalances. For those prone to cramps or osteoporosis, add magnesium and calcium-rich fruits like figs and dried prunes into your diet. Fruit isn't always harmless, especially after 65. It can be a powerful medicine or a silent threat, depending on how and when you eat it. Choose wisely, portion carefully, and treat every bite as a step toward a longer, healthier life. Fruit. Your trusted friend or a silent betrayer. We've always believed fruit is nature's perfect gift. And yes, it can be your golden ally for health. But just like medicine, it all comes down to timing and dosage, that fine line between healing and harm. Today we've gone on an eye-opening journey together, uncovering how everyday fruits like bananas, grapes, mangoes, watermelon, and oranges can become quiet threats if consumed the wrong way after age 65. Who would have thought that a late-night banana, a glass of orange juice on an empty stomach, or a handful of grapes just for fun could be the final straw that triggers a stroke? But here's the good news. You're in control. By simply choosing the right fruit, eating it at the right time, and sticking to healthy portions, you give your heart, brain, and blood vessels a breath of relief every single day. If this video gave you valuable insight, please share it with your loved ones, especially seniors living alone or managing chronic conditions. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Every week we bring you practical, clear, and truly life-saving health information, so you can live longer, live stronger, and live with confidence. See you in the next video, where we'll uncover more surprising truths about senior health that no one else is talking about.